you get a pedicure with your sales director. So number two in our area collects the most. And don't think you can't beat these girls, because you can't, right? Right? Absolutely. But we are just so proud of you. Thank you. And thank you for being willing to stand up here and share your heart and share what you do. And I'm just going to let you take it away. I'm so excited to be able to share this with you all, because it was at a meeting just like this last year when we were talking about the chemo care packages. It was later in the month. It was towards the end of October. It was a week before the end of October. So whatever that Thursday was, I think it was like the 22nd or the 23rd. And I sat right over there and listened to Jen train on the chemo care packages. And at that time, one of our DIQs in Florida team member was running with chemo care, and she shared her script. She had received like about $600 in donations, and I was like, oh, that's really good. And Jen started talking about the heart of it, about what these packages really mean and what October really means as far as Breast Cancer Awareness Month. My stepmother fought the good fight for years and years and years and succumbed to the disease, so, and I'm sure we all have a similar story. If it's someone in our family, someone that we know, our dear sister is fighting, Bella is fighting this horrible disease. So it touches us. And when Jen started talking about the heart of it, I said, I'm going to do this. I was not where I wanted to be in my production at that time. I said, I need something. I did not have 18 bookings on my books at that time. So I was like, what am I going to do? I'm going to do this. So the first thing that I did was I sat there and I made the decision, and I said, I'm going to do this. And I bought to do this. She was like, oh, great. I was like, no, I'm going to do this. She was like, great. I was like, okay, she doesn't hear me. Really decided that I was doing this and running with it. And people always say it's a decision. Maria talked about making the decision. It's a decision. And, we hear that all the time in this business. And I'm like, yeah, okay, we make decisions. I make decisions every day. I get up in the morning, I go like, what am I going to have for breakfast? I'm going to have an omelet, That's a decision. I made the decision. But if my time starts running short and I have a bowl of cereal, was that a decision? So there are decisions and there are decisions. And when we talk about making a decision in this business to get into DIQ and finish with a beautiful unit and to run with a program like this to help somebody, that's a decision that you commit to. So everything starts in the mind. It all starts right here. So I made that decision. I went home from the meeting. I got on Facebook. I did a little post. I sent some messages to people that I knew. And before I went to bed, I had like 12 donations. I was like, wow, this is fun. I didn't want to go there because, they kept coming in. I wanted to send more messages. I was like, I'll go. And I got up the next morning and I had like 40 donations. I said, oh. So that's when I got really serious. So I made the decision and I committed. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about my heart later. I'm not going to go into a lot of the details. Jen is put out the script. Lisa's put out this. Your director is going to give you the script. She's going to give you the tools that you need. Shea Butter is going to talk about Propay. So to give you, so these are the little tools to help make it easy and to do the thing. I'm going to talk about how I did it and why I did it. But one thing I do want to say, is like practical stuff, is that I had to keep track, okay? I had to contact a lot of people. Here's my little list. I found my little book from last year. I have a book where I put everything. I put my 6 most important things to do. I put everything. And so everything is all in one place. And this is my list of the people that I contacted. Okay? You see the pages? You see them? This is over 200 people that I contacted. So don't think that you're going to contact 5 people and get 50 donations. You've got to reach out to a lot of people. So that's part of the decision and that's part of the commitment. And when you do, so this is what I did. Everybody that I contacted, I wrote their name down. I wrote it down in one place because I can lose papers and stickies and stuff like that. So I have to keep everything in one place. That's me. I wrote everything down. And when they contacted me and said, sure, I would love to donate, I put a little parentheses at the end of their name. And when they told me how many, because some people said, yeah, I will, get back to me. And they wouldn't tell me an amount. But if they told me an amount, I put a little number within that parentheses. So I had Roz's name. I have a parentheses that she said, sure, I'll help you without a number. But when she says, give me 5 sets, I put 5 by her in that parentheses. And when she paid, I put a check mark by her name. I sold, I put a hashtag up at the top of the page. Donation I collected, we're not selling. The hashtag at the top of the page because I had a goal. I had a goal of 100, okay? It's so important to have a goal. So you can share with people because people want to help us with our goal, but then it gives you something to work for. So yes, I wanted to be the person to deliver the chemo care packages because that was something that was very, very important to me. But I also wanted to keep track and have a goal to reach for. So that's the practical part. And I'm going to talk about the heart of it. So as I said, I sat here and I thought about my production. And I thought about, well, Janae's team member did really well. I'm going to do this too. Jen talked about cancer. Yes, it touched me. I'm going to do this. It's going to be good. But when I went home after the meeting and I sent those messages, I skipped people that I was looking at on my list. I haven't talked to her in 5 years. I can't send her a message and, all of this. But when I woke up the next morning and got those messages back from people, they thanked me. They thanked me for allowing them to help somebody else. And a light bulb went off on my head. It wasn't about me. It wasn't about my production. It wasn't about reaching out to people that I had talked to or didn't talk to or helped or didn't help. It was about allowing them to be a blessing for somebody else. And I said, when I skipped that one person, I blocked their blessing. God was waiting to bless them because they were waiting to help somebody else. And I stepped in the way. And when I realized that, I said, not again. I will not be the reason that someone else doesn't help somebody else. So then I contacted everybody. And that's where it really, really comes from. A place where you realize that this business is a vehicle. We are a conduit. We're a vessel. And through us, wonderful things can happen. So the chemo care packages are what we put in them: hydrating products, a night emollient, and a satin lip set. These are products that are going to help to treat the skin of people who receive this chemical inside their body to kill the cells that are killing them. And it deteriorates so many different things. And they feel horrible. They're sick. They don't feel beautiful. They feel like they're being attacked. They feel defenseless. And to give them a package that has a beautiful bow, and Shayla turned me to this store where she got the bags from. Beautiful, beautiful bags from Dollar Store, right? I mean, so we're not spending a whole lot of money, but we're touching people's hearts. And we're putting the products inside them and we're saying, this is for you because of what you're going through, because of the strength you have to continue to fight absolutely every day. Absolutely every day. They get up and they continue to fight. And we're just going to give you this to you because we appreciate what you have to go through. And we love you. That is what chemo care packages are all about. And I was so and people are so generous. People are so generous with their money, with their time, with their spirit. And when we let people know, I'm collecting for the Annapolis Cancer Treatment Center, and I love your donation. $20 goes towards the purchase of a set so that we can give back to people. How many sets do you want to support? Well, I'd love to be able to support. I'd love to be able to help somebody. And I'll tell you, I hope absolutely every woman in this room with this and wants to work towards being the person to deliver those packages, because I can't tell you how full my heart was to go to that hospital and meet the doctors and the patients. I was not able to go back where the people were receiving treatment, but there was a woman in the waiting room who saw me carry in box after box. Is that Mary Kay? Because it was a Mary Kay box with the packages in there. And I said, "She said, what are you all doing?" She was so funny. She was so nosy because she kept looking and looking. "What are you all doing?" And I told her, and she said, "Thank you. What a wonderful company. I've always known this company." She was an elderly lady. "I've always known this company has done all these wonderful things." And she just gushed about our company. And you know, it just touched me so much because I thought, I'm a part of this company. What a wonderful company. A lot of you all don't know. I used to work on Capitol Hill, and it was toxic. It was an environment that was not conducive to the person that I am. It's just not me. I don't have an agenda. I don't stab people in the back. I don't step over people to get where I want to be. Mary Kay, you help people along, and then you can get where you want to be. That's who I am, and that's what this company is about. So to be able to receive the feedback from this woman, talk about a company that I was attached to, you know, it was just so fulfilling. And I said, yes, we're about good things. All the ugliness that goes on in the world, this is love. This is what we're putting back, right, into the community and into the environment. So I met with, when I talked to the nurses who had mentioned Lisa, because Lisa set it up for us, she's like, oh, you guys are just so great to do this. And I said, it's not us, it's our friends and our families. They're donating. There are people out there that want to help. And she said, you don't realize how much this helps a patient when they come in for yet another treatment and there's a package waiting just for them for being there. It just touches their hearts. And it just gives them the strength and the courage to get up and do it again, right? So that's what I want to share. I think that's it. Hold on a minute. The only other thing that I wanted to share is follow-up. Follow-up is key. So when people say, yep, I'll get back to you, that's why I have my little system, because I knew who had contacted me back and who said, yes, they want to give. So I was able to go back to my unfilled in parentheses and remind them. And, you know, don't think that you're bugging them. They forget, people forget, right? It's like, oh yeah, I'm going to do it. Wait, catch me next, you know, whatever. And I do also want to say, so then we were late in the month. So I could tell somebody, hey, my deadline is a week from now, or the 30th, which was a week from then. But today, we don't want to tell people that our deadline is the 30th because that's way too long, right? Right. So whenever you contact people, your deadline is in a week. We know we got plenty of time, but we don't want to tell them that we have plenty of time, right? Because if they're like me, they're going to procrastinate. So today is the 6th. So if you start messaging people today, and you let them know that your deadline is the 13th, and they don't respond by the 13th, you can follow up with them. And I did follow up with people who didn't respond. I followed up with Bill, and it was just a different response. It was, yeah, it was a different message. Hey, did you see the message that I sent you? And I didn't contact them the same way. I contacted them a different way. I either texted or I called. Whichever one they responded to the best. But it's follow up. And it's the decision, and it's your heart, and it's remembering. Just if you're getting frustrated, or if you're thinking that it doesn't matter, it matters to so many people. So please be one of the people with me. I'm claiming it. To go to the Cancer Treatment Center to deliver the packages, because it will change your whole outlook on giving and philanthropy. And that's what this is. So, you know, and this business is very much about full circle, right? We talk full circle about our classes, but it's also very much full circle in spirit. So what we give comes back to us. And yes, it's double credit month. So we're giving and we're collecting donations, and this is going to come back to us in production with the company. There's absolutely zero profit that we make. We shouldn't be making any profit on helping somebody, because then it's not philanthropy if we're making a profit. But we do have some production that comes from it, and with double credit, that helps us with all of us running towards the court of sales. So I don't know. I know Ann is going to talk. Do you want to have Ann before we take questions?
And real quick before Ann says something, to piggyback up of what Tamra said. Well, I talked to the manager the other day, and she indicated that this year she wanted to do something different, and she wanted to run it past me to see if we would be okay with it. And that's okay. I'm thinking, well, what is she going to talk about? So she said that she wants that some of the patients will be there when we go and donate this year, that some of the patients will be there, and she wants to know if it's okay to take pictures. And I was like, oh yes, we would definitely love that. And you would get to meet some of the ladies or gentlemen and actually present them. So ladies, run with this so you can be one of those people to deliver this on that day that we go.
That's right.
And she remembered you too.
She was so sweet.
Well, I have to say, first off, Tamara was a superstar. Outdid everybody last year by like thousands of dollars. I mean, it was huge. I know when I ran with it, my goal really was the philanthropy part, and also in the back of my mind was the double credit, because it was double credit month, and I realized that we could give back at the same time we're getting something in return.
Sure.
And that always helps. A few things that I did that I think were a little different than Tamara, which really, we both followed the scripts that were given to us in the training. Shayla's gonna talk about the button, which really is amazing, and it really does help because then people can just donate directly. One thing, you talked about the number of packages. I had the packages on the flyers that I handed out, and I did go and I personally talked to people and handed out the flyers, but I also did not focus on the number of packages, especially in talking to men. Because men will donate, men will give, especially when you talk about it's for cancer and chemo care and chemotherapy patients. Men will give, so don't be afraid to talk to men. They're not going to care about the packages. You ask them, can they donate? Shayla's button was great because it was a $20 button, and it was a button for a certain amount. And I can't remember if you ever figured out how to do it so they could input an amount, or if it had to be, because I remember I just had it for the set amounts. Yeah, you have to. Right, yeah, so it has to be the set amount. So at any rate, when I talked to people, other than when they weren't Propay, but they were actually giving a check or cash, I did not set the packages, especially with men. I just asked them to donate. I said $20 does cover one package. How much can you donate? How much would you like to give? And I got bigger donations that way. I mean, some people, 20 is an easy number. 20, when you tell people $20, they say okay, and they're willing to give you 20. But with men, when you tell them, you know, yes, we're doing the chemo care packages, they're $20 a package. I didn't say how many packages would you like to deliver, or how many packages would you like to donate. I just said, how much would you like to donate? And I had people who were giving me $100. Awesome. I had people who were giving me $50. So it wasn't necessarily that set amount. That was the only issue I had with the button, but the button worked great in emails and texts, because then they could give a certain specific amount and $20, and they could donate more than once if they wanted to. I didn't really have anyone do that, but in theory, if they wanted to do more than 20, they could. Or you could make arrangements outside of that. So I think that was something that was important for me, is with the men, they didn't care about the packages. They cared about donating. So I just left the door open. How much would you like to donate? How many packages? How much would you like to donate? With the women, it did work better with the how many packages. Also with my parties, any face that I saw during the month of October or during the chemo care range, I offered them a deal. I offered them, if you want to purchase a package, a chemo care package for yourself, I will donate one in your name. So, because you're not losing any money. You're not losing any money. They're paying full price for their package, an extra package to donate. And that always helps. And do not think that it doesn't matter, but if you tell them it's a tax write-off, people will look at you, especially at the end of October. They're looking at the end of the year, and if you tell them it's a tax write-off, they automatically think higher numbers, because they're thinking, oh wait, I need to get a certain number of donations in for it. So make sure that you have your donation receipts with you. I think we've had, we did some for Operation Sunblock this past year, so we have some more recent ones with Operation Sunblock I'd have to look at the ones that I had last year for breast cancer, for chemo.
You can just give a receipt and write donation on it. And
That's
a
true.
regular Mary Kay receipt, write donation, the amount they gave,
Mhm.
and they can use that for their tax purposes.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
I think I had printed sheets out and I just cut them out.
Because you're so organized. You're so-
But that was, that, other than that, I mean, Tamara and following the script that they gave us, that's what we did, that's what I did. And I was like, Tamara, I just reached out to everyone.
So I just want to clarify with both you girls. So from what I hear you're saying is that you contacted first through Facebook messaging or email if you were friends with them on Facebook or if you had their email, right?
Yes.
You did that first, just to kind of like put it out there and see a response.
Yes,
Then you followed up with a text
yes,
because not everybody reads their Facebook message, not everybody reads their email.
right.
And you followed a different one just, and I know I put all of Tamara's scripting on Facebook already. It's there for you. You can literally type in the word chemo care and it's going to pop up on the search bar. Then you follow up with a phone call.
And each time I followed up, the message got shorter.
Okay,
You know,
right,
right.
absolutely, okay. And then, Ann, I know you did more of the approach on everybody who was in your space. I know
Yes.
that, anybody you saw that was in your space, family, friends, coworkers, whatever, church, you would be bold and ask because you had a little flyer and you just asked because you'll never know unless you ask. So you were very bold on asking everybody who's in your space over the next month, right? Is that
Yeah.
right? Okay, I just want to make sure I got how you guys are doing it. And individual messaging is the key. Because one of the things I want to share is that I see a lot of people post on Facebook, which I think is awesome to put it out there, and you have it on your homepage. But people, and you might get a couple people, clicking like or yes, I'm going to donate, but that's not going to get to the massive number of people because on Facebook, unless they click on right when you post it on their newsfeed, they may or may not ever see that post. Does that make sense to y'all?
Right.
Unless they specifically go to your page and see your post, they may never ever see it. And a lot of people have a lot of friends. And so they don't necessarily see it. So you're thinking, oh my gosh, nobody cares about this. Nobody's liked it or nobody's donated. I only had 5 and I have 500 friends. What's wrong with them? You have to individually message them. If you are friends with them on Facebook, you have every right to message them. They're your friends, right? Wouldn't you agree? If you don't really know, message them, right? Why not?
If they don't like it, they can use the conversation.
That's right, they just don't respond. But people will donate if you ask for such an incredible cause. And like Tamara said, every single person in this room has been affected by somebody they love or know with cancer. I mean, it's just an evil, ugly, awful disease that took my mother in March, as you guys all know. And what a way. She never had chemo, so she didn't have to go through that because we just decided not to do that for her. But wow, what a difference you can give to get back, really. And those of you who are competitive, I know a lot of you are competitive and like prizes. Why not run? Race your sister consultants too. This is so much fun to run. And these two are powered up and racing and racing and racing. And it is totally fun. And I love the fact that now we'll be able to meet some of the patients and the hospital wants to take pictures of us donating. Kind of like when we go in for the senior citizen home that they always take pictures for us. The hospital wants to do that because they just really, truly, truly appreciate. And before I have you ask questions, Lisa, why don't you share with them when you called this time, the story that she told you about the one patient. I think that's very touching. I think that everybody needs to hear that.
Well, the office manager, her name is Lori, and when I called this year to tell them that we wanted to come back, she was just like, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful for you guys. And Lori, her personal story is her mom passed away with breast cancer. And so she said, I'm not just, here working as an employee. I've gone through that with my own mom. So this is very near and dear. And if my mom was alive and she had received something like that, that would have really brightened her day. But so there was one of the patients there. It was around the holiday time, and they kept some of the packages just around the holiday time to brighten some more people because it's even harder when you have to go and get this treatment around the holiday time. So she said this one lady came in and she asked her how her holiday was, and she said it wasn't that great. I really didn't get too many visitors, and I didn't get any gifts and anything like that. And this lady loves presents, and she said, well, you did get a present. She said, no, I didn't get any present. She said, oh, yes, you did. And she went wherever they had them stacked, and she gave her one, and it happened to be one that was in pink gift bags, because some people put them in pink gift bags with little personal notes on them. And so she said, we tried to keep as many of those for the holiday time because it looked more, it looked bigger. And so she gave her the present, and she said, this is from the ladies of Mary Kay Cosmetics. And the lady just started crying and said, they really gave this to me? Somebody that they don't even know? And she said, wow, that is so nice of them. And she was so touched by that. So you just never know what a $20 donation, and you're not asking, could make a world of a difference to somebody. Just ask, you know? I mean, I've asked old boyfriends. You got over 100.
There you go, girl. Woo! That's the way to do it.
I probably would. They on Facebook? What? They on Facebook? All I'm doing is cut the face and look. If you my friend, you getting the message.
That's right. There you go. Collect from the old boyfriend.
And my thing is, I'm not doing it for me. I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for somebody else. That's right. You know? So, and that is the what is it? The definition of giving. Giving to somebody else and being selfless about it, because, you know, I just can't imagine just going through that. Now, many of you know Della. I think Tamara mentioned Della. Della is actually a part of our Joyful National Area, and she is battling with that. And she was the one that I posted on Sisters in Pink that she had the operation, and she's battling with it, and it sucks. And I mean, it really does suck. So we have to do what we can to spread some cheer. Okay. So
that's exactly right. Well, thank you for sharing that, Lisa. So anybody have questions? And we're gonna have Shayla explain the button, or at least give a handout or something to tell us how it's done. She actually created a video, which is really awesome. But she is just that kind of girl. So do you have any questions for our number 1 and number 2 from last year? Any questions? Any?
And have you ever like go to grocery stores and tell people what you're doing with your flyers or anything?
I never do that, no. I mean, I mostly stuck to faces, you know, my circle and faces that I was seeing, and people who, you know, I never went out and did any. I'm like Maria, I don't like to warm chat at all. So it wasn't.
She does it.
You do it, yeah, you do it. But I mean, for this cause, I didn't go out and warm chat or talk to people about it. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. You could do your videos. She does Facebook Live videos and product demos with Facebook Live. They're great, by the way. They're wonderful.
The Facebook Live video for
Chemo Cares, yes.
That's right.
Yes.
Juanita?
Speaking on that, you can do that at the grocery store, Giant, and they know me because I'm in there every Monday. And it's like, I'll go up to the manager and I'll ask her, and she'll say, put up a flyer, and they have a special section where you can put that up. And what you can do is just cut little slits and and they'll tear your number off and give you a call about donating. But you can't go in the grocery store.
All right.
Good. Any other questions? Yes.
Like, oh, I package for $20. Then I had somebody says, oh yeah, I could donate 5, and I actually created another.
That's right. Take any amount.
$100,
That's right.
and then send them, they're going to do it that way. Nobody said they want to do more, so they're going 20, 25 times. I created one button.
Yeah, yeah. And then also one of the things I think that when June talked about, I don't know where June's at. Okay, but one of the things June talked about is that, you know, when you're working people, maybe people don't have $20, they might get 5. It's all going to go into the pot. So however much you collect is going to go into the pot for you to make up as many packages as you want. And you honestly can put in there what you want. I kept the package lower because I think $20 is easier to get a donation than 30 or 40 people. That's a little overwhelming for people. But if you want to put the money in the pot and make nicer package where you put in a hand cream and the Night of Mama cream and satin lips set, that's totally fine. I figured out if you collect $20 between the price of the satin lips wholesale and the Night of Mama cream, that's going to cover tax and give you like $1 for packaging. So that's why I did 20, and that's what I did. But if you have on your heart to throw a hand cream in there and make fewer of them, it's really totally fine. So don't get caught up in that. But I think saying $20, everybody can get $20. Like, who's going to say no to 20? Yeah.
And go to Michael's and places like that to get the little gift bags and little things, because they are
Dollar Store right now. It's breast cancer awareness. You can get pink everything for $1. You can get at Dollar Store. You can get, like, I don't know, they have 5 gift bags for $1. You get some tissue paper. You throw them in there. 10
cello bags in a pack.
Yeah, or even the little handle bags you can get. They're like 4 or 5 per pack, and you throw tissue paper in there. Super cute, looks great, nice and easy. There you go.
No, when I go to Michael's, I go to the closeout section.
Yeah.
And I get, you know, right now the closeout is the summer ones, so you get the flower ones, the
pretty
flower
ones,
bags,
yeah.
the pretty ones.
Yeah.
So they're great each year.
Yeah, you'll be able to totally find whatever you need for $1 in packaging. It will give you tons of money for that. So we'll be excited to see who is going to be able to go with us to drop these off. So it's the highest in dollars
they collected in a donation versus packaged in case somebody makes their packages different.
Right.
We're gonna do highest in dollars. So any other questions before we have Shayla come up here and share a little bit about the button? We good? Let's give our ladies a big round of applause. Thank you. We appreciate both of you. Thank you for sharing.
Okay, so I have some new stuff too, not just donate buttons. Which one is it? Air? Which air is it?
Hold on. It's in my head.
There's like 2 and 3. And Eric.
Why do you have so many?
Okay, does everybody have a business Facebook page? If you don't, you can link it up with In Touch. They have all that good stuff. They have added a new thing called Shop. Okay. You can put the Chemo Care on here with the $20 and they click check out. When they go to check out, you use your Propay. What? And boom, there it is, and they can check out. Rewind. Let's rewind here. Facebook business page. There is a new tab called Shop.
Shop now.
Shop. Just a new tab called Shop. There's services and there's Shop. Shop is for people to allow them to put their products. Mary Kay does not let us sell other products online, but we can do our fundraising online as a product. So we can put the bundle up here. You can do $20, you can do $40, you can do as many numbers as you want. And people can just click on there and they buy it and it goes straight to your Propay because you're going to use your Propay link as your website.
Can we change the quantity?
Yes. You can add variations of that.
I'm trying to make it so it works.
Like you can
So,
change a
yeah.
different button, right?
Yeah, so you can add variations, just like if you were to go buy a shirt. You can buy size 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You can also get 20, 40, 20, 30, 40. You can add as many variations as you want. I just did one for the purpose of having it here for you today. I was up till 2 o'clock in the morning doing this. So it only takes 5 seconds, literally, but I found out about it. So I had to make sure I had it up. And you can do multiple pictures up there. So I have 3 pictures in this one product. So you can do as many as you want. Okay, so that's the first thing. Second thing, to talk about what Ann had said about the amount. The other thing that they have now added is payments in Facebook Messenger. Okay, payments in Facebook Messenger. So if you go to your Facebook Messenger, and I already did it to Lisa as a sample, you click other. There's a little other button right here, like dot dot dot. Well, at least on iPhone it is. I can't speak for Android.
No.
Okay. Then there's payments at the top.
Yeah.
You click on payments. You can send and receive money in Facebook.
Nice.
You put the exact amount that person they want to give $100, not 1,000, 100. You hit request just like it's Cash App.
Nice.
And it requests it to them. You can send the request as many times as you can. I just sent you another one. Okay? And it will show your status as paid and unpaid. Ladies, use it.
Oh my God.
So it goes to you link it to
It
your
goes
Propay?
to whatever account that you have linked to send money through Facebook.
Okay, so you have to set that up.
So when you want to set up your money, you go to me or your user, you scroll down to payments, and here I have my credit card in there right now, but you can add a debit card.
Look at the request sent.
Payment.
Boom, and you can
So if
track.
someone hasn't finished it, you can go back and.
Yes.
Oh, payment setting.
That's a beautiful person that you requested money from.
I know, I did.
So,
No, it's either a credit or debit card. So if you have a Propay debit card, then yes, you know, so you can use it that way, or whatever account that you use for your Mary Kay account. You have a debit card for that one, you can link it there, so all your payments can go through one. Okay, so those are my new items. Yes, I am gonna talk about the old items. So you received a piece of paper about Propay.
Y'all don't wanna miss this. Y'all don't wanna miss this.
Okay.
It's good.
I have done this for some people who don't want to use the video. I printed it out for you guys, for those types of personalities. Okay, I already did a video for this, so I'm just gonna actually. Is this on mute? So you don't have to hear my voice more than.
Oh, you did a video?
Yeah.
What are you shaking? Come on. All right.
Okay, so yeah, I had to do a little introduction for y'all. Last time I did not speak, but this time I spoke. So this is the Propay. You log into Propay. You're gonna go click here on my account, and then you're gonna drop down to website tools. And you're gonna come here. Here's the buy now and donate now button. You just hit the click here, and you're gonna create it. So again, this is on video. I talk, point you through everything in the video, just like the paper. So you can have it side by side. You can have the video here, and you can have Propay there, so you can do it. Okay, it's going to bring you to this page. Item number and your description and your amount. You can make as many buttons as you want. Sky is the limit. If you made buttons last year, you can use them still. I guarantee you, click it, it will go. It's never going to go away. Even when you do your tiny URLs, the tiny URLs never go away because they're custom. So if you put in your notes, you sent it an email last year, go back to that email, copy, paste, keep it in a note section, keep it somewhere. It never goes away. As long as you keep your same Propay, you never come out of that, or you don't lose your Propay ID or anything like that, it stays. Okay? So you type in what you want your people to see. You want them to say, you know, chemo care, VIP packages, whatever you want to call it, that's going to be there. Adopt a grandparent, you know, whatever we're going to do, you can put it there. So you put the amount. And then you don't need to do collect shipping because you're not shipping to them unless they want a chemo package for someone that they want to give it to. A family. I had a lot of people who had sisters and brothers who wanted their packages too. So I said, okay, I set one up for a collect shipping address, or I just asked them for it after. Then you're gonna hit continue. I am, but the problem is my screen and this screen is not mirroring correctly. Okay, there we go. Okay, when you get there, you'll confirm everything with you. If it's not something that you want or something like that, go back. So then it's going to scroll down, and it's going to show you the information that you have here. This looks a lot of mishmash. Don't get scared. Everybody? Okay. You are going to copy and paste only within the lovely quotation marks here. Do not go past the word target. This is used to put on your website if you copy the whole thing. We do not put it on a website anywhere. We just want to use the actual link. We don't want to have the button. Okay? This is designed to give you this button that has a link behind it. We don't need that. We just need the link. So the link is HTTPS all the way to the first set of quotes right before the word target. That's what you want to copy. Okay? It is HTTPS all the way to the end of the quotes right before the word target.
Usually 5 or 6 lines.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 6 lines is gonna do it. I think I highlighted the wrong thing the first time I did it. Okay, yeah, I did. I highlighted the wrong part. So don't highlight the target part. Just right before the target. Once you've copied and pasted into like a note section, you can do this on your phone or your computer, whichever way. We're going to go to a site called Tiny URL. Don't say it like Lisa and say Tiny URL, okay? Okay, it is called Tiny URL. This allows you to shorten the link, so you don't have to worry about sending this long link to these people, okay? You want to shorten it, something short and sweet. You're sending it to corporations. You don't want to have a 5-paragraph link for these people, okay? So you're going to paste your long URL, okay? Customize your URL. I made mine Chemo SW, Shayla Ward, and then I put 20, so I know how much that link is for. So Chemo SW 30, 40, whatever. There are so many people doing this, so you have to customize it to you, something either you can remember or something that, you know, that is gonna help you remember which one is which, okay? And it's gonna custom, so if somebody already has that, it will tell you, somebody already has this, and then they try to give you another one. You just go back and you create another one. So then you hit Make Tiny URL. If you hit Make Tiny URL without customizing it, it will give you its own little backend that it wants to give you. It's not going to be custom to you, okay? You will make sure, paste the big thing, put the small thing, hit Make Tiny URL. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh, yes.
Okay. Then you're going to get something that says, congratulations, your tiny URL was created. I'm speaking like Lisa now. I did say URL, Okay, so here it is. It will make sure you copy this, paste this into a note section, an email or something, whatever. Google Docs, whatever, Microsoft Docs, whatever they have. And keep it. This is what you're going to use for your Facebook Messenger. This is what you're going to use for your Facebook shop. This is what you're going to use to put in your emails, your messengers, your texts, everything that you use. You're going to use these. If you don't want to, you know, have a set dollar amount, just have one. Like I told Ann, you can do all these denominations and just have them. You know, set. It takes literally 5 minutes. This video is 7 minutes long, and I'm talking in it too and moving very slow. So if it takes you 7 minutes to do 10 and you're doing $10 increments, that's not going to take you long. 70 minutes.
They're good forever.
Ever, as long as you keep your Propay. If you do something to your Propay where your Propay goes off and you get a new Propay account, then they will no longer be valid.
But what about the tiny URLs?
That stays too. It's a custom URL. It'll be that forever. Okay. And then I did something else. I copy, and then I show you guys that you need to paste it somewhere. And then there is another place you can get shorteners. Okay, if you are a Google lover, like myself, okay, I like everything in one place organized.
Yeah.
Google has a shortener, okay, it is GOO.GL, okay. As you see, it has kept all my lovely short URLs that I've made forever, okay? So, but the difference is you cannot customize your URLs on this. That's different. So it does give you like retarded looking ones, but it keeps them forever. So this is another place in case, depending on the kind of person you are, You're a yoga lover like me. And I think that's it. Oh, and then this is what it looks like when they click on the link. It shows Chemo care packages, 120, and then they can pay with regular, MasterPass, and Visa checkout. I know some people have become very conscious, even though Propay is very secure. You know, some credit cards also take it to the next level and does the MasterPass and the Visa checkout. So it's a very good, you know, option. It shows that you are credible, shows Propay is credible.
And sends them a receipt.
And it sends them and you a receipt. So as soon as they do it, boom, you get an email in your Gmail account or whatever account you have set up with Propay. I love it because as I'm talking to them, the little thing comes down. You have a message from Propay. I'm like, oh, really?
Shayla, it looks like if you're keeping the ones from last year, the ones you did before, you don't have the MasterCard pass.
It should still give it to you because this is my one from last year that I put up there. It should. Because Propay is Propay across the board, regardless of which one. Now, maybe on your mobile, it might not show everything. It just depends. But because I did this on the computer.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I did the video, I did a video using my computer. So I didn't use my phone.
Okay.
So where's the shop part?
Now, when you do this on Facebook, and you use, when you do this on Facebook, it's linked to Propay?
Yes.
Okay.
I did the shop link to Propay. So when you went to your Facebook business page and then shop, it asks you what link do you want? Do you want them to buy it on Facebook or do you want them to buy it on your own website? You choose your own website and you put in your
Put the link, the
tiny URL that goes with that product. Yeah, and then you can take that and share it on your page. You can share it on your personal page, share it on your business page, share it as many times as you want, and it'll come up with a picture with the amount and everything like that underneath of it. So you can share the shop part. So they can just click that and it goes straight to the shop. They pay, you get your money, you can donate. Okay?
Okay. I'm
I'm done. Any question?
Okay, I wanted to, because we have a lot of new people. So a lot of new people, tell them how they get their Facebook business page.
Okay. Facebook business page, you have to have a personal page. Then there's, you go and there on the left-hand side, there's usually a place that says pages. Yes, the little orange thing, pages. And you create a page. And you put your name, face, a good, nice picture, and you label it out as you want it. Mine is called Shayla Ward, Mary Kay. I don't know, lots of stuff. Yeah, Mary Kay, independent beauty consultant.
Now, do you have yours linked to Social Publisher
Yes.
through InTouch? Can
Yes,
you
I
tell
do.
them about that, please, ma'am?
So Social Publishers on InTouch, and it will post things for you. Let me pull one up so you can see what they post. Okay, this is from Mary Kay Publisher. So they put this picture and they put a little blurb and then they have a little link. This little link here will go directly to this item or whatever they're talking about on your website for Mary Kay, not on marykay.com, period. It goes to yours. So when they pull up Mary Kay InTouch, it has your little picture in the corner, has your name, it has all that information. So it's yours. And you get this by going into InTouch, going under, I believe it's like business and social media, and you'll see the social media publisher. You enter your username and password for Facebook. It'll ask you to select the right profile, and you say, okay, and it will just post on there. And you can even go back and do posts that you also want to go on there as well. It randomly posts on there for you, but if you want to add some, like one time I saw a cute little teaming post that I wanted. So I clicked it and I said, okay, post this, and it posted within a few hours. So it's able to do that.
So with that, is that only on your Facebook page versus your personal account?
Your business page.
It has to be business page. Mary Kay won't post on your.
No, Mary Kay will not post on your private page. They require you to be a business. it will not let you, post on your, yeah.
But you
They
can share your post.
Yeah, so then you share it on your personal page, yeah.
And they
So
post
that's why
like
the shop, even though the shop's in your business page, and you just, let me just show you.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure Mary Kay or Mary Kay Touch has step-by-step instructions.
It
on how to
does.
Set up your
It
business.
does.
Yeah,
It does.
For when it was like, came out from years ago, but it's still relevant.
so here, when you go to your, once you make it, your shop, here's the share button, you click share. Now,
Go back to where you had shop. Where did you see shop?
I see shop, but I don't have the
I don't
option
have
to check
shop.
out.
okay, on your phone, it's not gonna really give you an option really a lot to edit your shop. You have to probably do it from a desktop. That's gonna be the best way to do your shop. But you can share this on your page.
You had sign up on yours.
That's a different thing. That's a call to action.
Okay.
What is that?
A call to action is something quick at the top that people can use to get to you quick, and you can change it. They have shop, they have sign up, they have learn more, they have contact me, and depending on which one you choose, and I change mine to get analytics to see what people want to do and what people don't want to do. I did say analytics. Once you get 30 likes, Facebook automatically sends you weekly analytics telling you how many people liked and stuff like that. So when you add shop and services and on top of it, it will actually give you analytics on your shop too. It'll say how many people clicked on it and didn't purchase. It'll say how many people actually purchased. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The shop now button, that's different from the shop.
Yes, because this first button is a call to action button. If you go down a little bit, you have all of these little tabs about services, photos, reviews, videos, posts. The last one is shop.
Oh, the last one, shop. Okay. And that's what you're saying.
So yeah, so a lot of the phones won't let you actually edit the shop. You actually have to do it on desktop.
Y'all play with these.
Make sure you go to the Mary Kay in touch with the parent guidelines section. Because I did, I mean, I'm like, oh, I'm not part of it, and I realized I was doing it all wrong.
Yes, Mary Kay does have internet guidelines, and we cannot sell our items on here. So when I say shop, you can't just like put up a satin hands. So that's why I actually had called Mary Kay Corporate and make sure this was okay. They said yes, as long as it's a package or a product or something that you're doing fundraising. And in the details, I have there that it is, you know, it's a donation. I have the whole verbiage there. So you're saying that you're purchasing a package for donation.
Which you'll post on certificates and dream team.
Which I will, yes.
That, are you
Okay.
gonna post that detail?
So any more questions about Facebook, posting for paying, posting for collecting money, or donate? Propay now button, yes.
That details that you just showed,
Yes.
is that gonna be on Sister Page?
That's basically the same, that's the
Not
same
even-
verbiage that Lisa and Jen posted.
Okay, I
Yes,
just wanna make sure.
same verbiage. But yeah, whatever I have here, I will post. I have not done the how-to for the Facebook and other Facebook
Well,
yet,
that leads
which I
me,
will do.
that leads me to this. We are having, next week, we're gonna have Ann come in and do the skincare class. But the following week, we have,
Lena.
You're looking at me, so you said my name.
I said Ann?
Yes, you did.
Oh, I love you, Ann. Lena is gonna be here doing, the skincare class. And then the following